So in 2012, I wrote an article, and the headline, which I don't write, or don't have any say over, was "Women Hate Me Because I'm Beautiful," and this was juxtaposed with a picture of me in a dress I don't own, sat on the sofa at home. The picture wasn't particularly flattering. The headline was very provocative. The 1,800-word piece was an absolute fireball of an explanation, really, of how the darker side of the sisterhood and femininity meant that I just catalogued all the times women haven't been very nice to me. When I pitched the article in 2012, I think I just dropped my steps on actually to the school bus that morning, and I drove past a woman in the car, and I waved and said hello, because you don't see that many people in the countryside, and actually that community spirit is really important. And she just thanked me, and I just thought, I know what this is about. Just fit women's intuition, female intuition, just clicked in straight away. And it was at that point I got home, fired up my computer, banged the pitch out, and sent it off. And by the end of the day, it had been commissioned, because it really was one of those taboos that you just don't talk about. And that's why I got commissioned.
I love the fact that she was the catalyst for it. I love the fact that she did that. And so it just literally, you saw that, was a bit like, whew, I know what I'm going to write about. That's got into my heart, it's got into my soul, that's what's coming out. Did you have any idea what was going to happen?
Oh my God, did I have any idea what was going to happen?
Yeah.
No, absolutely no idea at all. How that article was received really astounded me. If anyone had asked me how it would have gone down, I would never ever have said that it would have gone around the world and become viral. It's just, to me, it's insane that caught the public imagination in that way. Well, on the one hand, it is insane, and I'll come on to why. The trolling was obviously insane. The reaction was insane too. But, the truth hurts, doesn't it? And a lot of people got very, very angry with me for having the bare cheek to say, quite a lot of home truths, really. It didn't go down very well.
And what was the aftermath? Was there a massive backlash? Was it online? Was it in the papers?
It was shared. I think it's been the most shared article on that particular website. The comments went through the roof. I had paparazzi photographers outside my home. I had people calling non-stop from Japan, from Australia, from the States, as well as the UK, to interview me and talk to me about what I'd written. It was pretty phenomenal, actually.
So it really did go viral. It just went international with immediate effect, all eyes on Sam Brick. And were there any happy eyes on Sam Brick, or were they mainly angry?
From what I could gather, I would say that on the immediate day, it was probably 70-30. 70 anti, 30 positive in terms of how the article went down. I knew it was a provocative write and a provocative read. Did I have any idea that it would go global and that people would be so incandescent with rage about what I'd written? No, I didn't have any idea that would be the result. Any society that responds that way, from an individual perspective and a collective, they really want to have a word for themselves and take a good look at themselves, because the personal attacks and the pylons that I received were just totally unjustified.
Do you think it was women or men that were angry?
Well, I think, the article did really well, because very provocative images were used for me. They weren't that flattering. I get it. That's the game. That's how it works. I don't have any say about images that are used in the media, and I don't really want to. I don't want to get involved. That's where you draw the line, really. But I get it, and I think most people who are savvy get it as well. So I understand why men were like, "Who does she think she is? She's not that attractive to." Everyone's got an opinion. good for you. You know, you want to share it online, good for you. And again with women, I was really surprised that so many people would be able to pour so much hate into, into social media for starters. But I guess it feeds into the fact that, social media, it's does a lot of good things, but it's there for a lot of bad things as well, you know.
How did it feel? I know how I felt when people have said bad things about me, but you got it like a tsunami of horrendousness. How did that feel personally?
I think because I live in France, I saw myself as always being a step back, although obviously I was a bit naive that everyone in the village had read it and everyone knew about it in France as well. But I think, would I have written that piece if I was getting on the tube that day to go, or having to go to work? Question mark. Probably I would have, but I definitely would have thought about it.
Did anybody in your family get defensive or upset on your behalf?
My family, not that I know of, no, they didn't. My family understand. Before I started writing, I worked in television, so they know that I've always been on that's worked in media. So they know I'm pretty strong. I'm the eldest of 5 girls. I'm the one who holds everyone around and makes sure everyone's okay. And so I was in touch with them online, and they knew I was okay, and they were okay for me. And, they get it. It's a 1,800 word piece about a really specific part of my life. Anyone who knows them and knows me knows that there is this other massive landscape that makes up Samantha Brick.
Would you mind reading out some of the things that people said that particularly you found either hurtful or grotesque or?
Okay, so here are some of the vile tweets that I received. Here we go. Does she not have mirrors in her house? She looks like a haunted Cabbage Patch doll. I think I look great. What's wrong with that? In inverted commas. The fact that you're meaning and old. Apparently I take narcissism to a whole new level, and then there are other death threat ones as well that I don't want to read out because I don't want to give any energy to that.
Was it scary? Were you scared of the particularly awful ones that we won't read out?
No, not really. No, I would never take away from anyone who gets death threats online. Everyone reacts to everything differently. No, I didn't really react. It's just people being hysterical.